In this video, I want to share with you a key difference, a key distinction between entrepreneurs who struggle to grow fast and entrepreneurs who grow exponentially. And I have seen this in my business over the last couple of years. We've grown over 400%, and I can attribute a lot of that growth to this specific concept. So make sure to take notes. And I want to start this with a story from Elon Musk and SpaceX. You see, when Elon Musk started SpaceX, his big picture vision, his mission was to colonize Mars because he has this feeling that human beings, that Earth may not survive because of global warming, because of nuclear holocaust, or whatever it might happen. He feels that in order to save humanity, we must colonize Mars. And he realized that in order to do that, he has to lower the cost of space travel. It's not going to happen if space travel is as expensive as it was when he started. So he realized that we need reusable rockets because reusable rockets can dramatically lower the cost of space exploration and space travel, because most of the cost of launching rockets is in the fact that once the rocket goes above a certain height, it's discarded and the rocket is lost forever. It comes back to Earth, it's destructed, and that's it. That's how NASA used to do it for the longest time. You see, NASA for the longest time was focused on building space technology with the funds that were given, and focused on what was possible given the technology as it existed during that time. Never really attempted to design or produce reusable rockets because they thought it was impossible, and they didn't really see that as the need for anything major. But SpaceX, because they needed these reusable rockets to take man to Mars, to colonize Mars, they went after it. And the outcome of it, as we all know, SpaceX has built reusable rockets that land back safely on Earth. This is a great example of what is possible when you understand this key distinction that leads to exponential growth in business and in life. And that distinction is talked about in this book, E-Myth by Michael Gerber. This key difference, you see, what happens with slow growth entrepreneurs is their future vision is modeled as a result of the present day reality. They think, this is all I can do, this is all I can produce, this is all we can sell. These are the limits of our current capabilities, of our current skills, of our current team, of our current revenue. The problem is they're thinking from today. They're thinking from what can we do given where we are? What can we build given the current revenue or current profits? They're limited by present day constraints. And that short-term vision often leads to very spastic effort. It leads to an opportunity mindset, lurching from one opportunity to another, always thinking, how can we make a quick buck? On the other hand, exponential growth entrepreneurs, they play the game differently. Their present day is modeled after the future vision. If you want to grow exponentially, if you want to grow your business exponentially, you have to think from the future. You have to think from the future vision 5 to 10 years out. You have to think, what do you want to build? What do you want to create? You have to have the long-term vision, which allows you to consistently walk the path in that direction. You have to ask yourself, what do we need to do to get to that 5 to 10 year vision, rather than thinking, what do I need to do given my current circumstances? It's a big difference, and it might take you some time to grasp this reality. So if you're struggling to understand it, I highly recommend you rewind and you watch this or listen to this again and again until you get the point that I'm trying to make. Don't think from the present day reality, think from the future vision. Think backwards from the future rather than think forward from the present day reality. For example, at 2,000 books. Earlier, my vision was limited. My output was limited because 2,000 books was completely dependent on me. I had a limited vision and I wasn't able to envision a bigger reality given the circumstances that I was playing with. And I was thinking, okay, this is all I have. I was thinking from the circumstances that were. But once I understood this idea of thinking from the future, as in having that vision, Once I understood that I need to start with the vision rather than build backwards. I have to build backwards from the future vision rather than try to play from today's reality. That's when I started to envision. Started to envision what I wanted 2000 books to be like 5 to 10 years from now. And I started to work backwards from that vision. That simple mindset shift has literally led to exponential growth at 2000 books, growing our team, growing our products, growing our revenue, growing our profits, growing our audiences, all of that. Because I decided to think from the future, to be able to think from the future rather than thinking from the present day circumstances. And that's a lesson. The key to build a great business is to think from the vision, think from the end, not from your present reality. For as long as you think from your present reality, you will be constrained, you will be limited in your growth. Let me share with you some powerful example from the book Built to Last by Jim Collins. If you know, you probably heard of John F. Kennedy's speech in which he said America will land a man on the moon. Many of you may not know, he gave that speech at Rice University when John F. Kennedy said in the 60s that I want to send a man to the moon. He said, here are the exact words of John F. Kennedy. By the way, for me, this is a special speech because I went to Rice University. I actually went to grad school there. I got my master's in electrical and computer engineering there. So for me, this speech by John F. Kennedy is very special because I have been to that stadium, the Rice Owl Stadium, and that's where Kennedy gave that speech. So there's a little connection, a little nostalgia for me. Anyways, here's what he said. He said, we choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard, because that goal will serve to organize and measure the best of our energies and skills, because that challenge is one that we are willing to accept, one we are unwilling to postpone, and one which we intend to win, and the others too. Pause this. Listen to this again. This is loaded. He says, not because they are easy. We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do other things, not because they're easy, but because they are hard, because that goal will serve to organize and measure the best of our energies and skills. That's the key here. He's thinking of the future vision. NASA did not know how it was going to be possible to send a man to the moon in the 60s and bring him back. They did not have computers that were fast enough for such an expedition when JFK made that speech. NASA did not even have the right metal alloy for the spacecrafts to be able to handle that kind of temperatures as the spacecrafts go through the atmosphere. NASA did not have most of the technology when JFK proclaimed that America would land a man on the moon and bring him back. But NASA was forced to figure it out, and they did. And in 1969, America landed a man on the moon before the end of the decade, exactly as John F. Kennedy had envisioned. And that's the power of that big, hairy, audacious goal, that vision, that powerful vision that you need to create in your business. Because when you have that vision, you will be pulled towards it. When you're thinking from today, you will always be constrained by the present day reality. You must think from the vision, right? Whether it's SpaceX and Tesla, whether it's John F. Kennedy, you have to think from the vision. And I have a really simple exercise for you that I want you to do. And this, I'll give you the exact steps for this. And the exercise is all about envisioning your business 5 years from now. And before you do this exercise, I want you to let go of the need to know how it will all work. I want you to paint the vision as you want it to be, not what you think is possible given the current conditions and circumstances. And make sure to do this exercise because don't just not do this exercise because this is just a free video and who cares if it's a free video? I'll just watch the video and not really do the work. If I know this, if you do this work seriously, this exercise alone will be worth over $1 million to you. So don't take this exercise lightly. If you need, pause the video as you do this exercise. I'm going to give you these steps. Okay. Here is what you need to do. Bring a pen and paper, do this exercise. Answer these questions for me. Okay. How much revenue or profits are you making 5 years from now? That's the first question. Another question. What do you personally spend most of your time on? What do you enjoy doing? What are you spending most of your time on 5 years from now? 5 years from now, what kind of products and services are you selling? 5 years from now, who are you serving? 5 years from now, how big is your team? What are the kinds of people you have on your team? 5 years from now, what kind of people are you spending time with? Who are your peers? Who are your partners? Who are your mentors? Which board are you on? Write all of that down. Not only that, 5 years from now, do you feel that you're fulfilling the mission that you wanted to build this business for? So answer all these questions. If you need, pause, rewind, but answer all these questions. As I said, just watching this video is not going to do you any good. And just because this video is free doesn't mean that you should take it for granted. This exercise, for those who take it seriously, it's worth $1 million, but you got to do the exercise to make it work. Okay. Use this vision. Once you answer these questions, print it out somewhere, paste it somewhere in your room, in your office, in your house, and use this vision every day to guide your business starting today. All right, guys, if you want to legitimately grow your business super fast, if you want me to mentor you, I am opening up enrollment for my 6-figure accelerator. This is for those who are content creators, especially if you are a YouTuber, blogger, podcaster, already making over $50,000 per year, and you want to make an additional $100,000 per year in revenue through automated funnels, so that you make money while you sleep, so that you sell courses, coaching, info products on autopilot. It really depends on the size of your audience. This can go from $100,000 a year all the way to $1 million a year, depending on the size of your audience. So if you are interested in doing that, apply for my 6-figure accelerator. Go to 2000books.com/coaching. It is a group coaching program, weekly coaching calls with me, and you will get to mastermind with like-minded high achievers. So if you're serious about taking your business to the next level, if you're serious about exponential growth in your business, and you want me to mentor you, you want me to show you how we've built 2000 books, and you want me to show you how you too can get exponential growth in your business, then I invite you to apply to go to 2000books.com/coaching, and I will hopefully see you inside the program. By the way, make sure you seriously apply, because I have very few slots and I don't want to give it away to people who are not serious about growing their business super fast. All right, guys, talk to you later. Bye-bye.